Hey you guys, good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing really well. Well, I am about to do an adrenal cocktail. So if you want to join me, it's just gonna take me 1 minute or less. Okay, for those who doesn't know what is an adrenal cocktail, is basically a drink that supports your adrenal glands because it has quite a bit of minerals. So your glands needs those minerals in order to be calm and not be stressed. And adrenal glands are extremely important because they are one of the masters of the metabolism, and it's really easy to just go low in those type of minerals in your body. And you're going to support also your thyroid. And right now I am just giving an extra attention of what I'm eating because I just turned 6 months of pregnancy. I have to show you the belly. Look at this. Oh, we reached the 6 months, you guys. Look at this beautiful, beautiful belly. I actually have to do like an update of my pregnancy. I'm gonna do it for you. Actually, I'm sorry that I haven't done videos in the last, I think that a couple of weeks or maybe even 3 weeks. Oh gosh, if I would tell you guys, I'm a little bit busy because we're searching for a new house. Our house is pretty small and it's not very adaptable for babies, not at all. And I'm just freaking out because we haven't found a house and it has just got my whole attention. But hopefully this weekend we're gonna see a house that is pretty promising. So if it is like that, I will let you know and we will move. Okay, let's get the things for the adrenal cocktail. So basically what you need is, well, this is the way that I do it. There's many ways to do it, but I love to do it with coconut water. And you just put like at least half a cup of coconut water. Search for one that is sugar-free, please. So it's just straight natural coconut water. And then you put the other half of the glass with orange juice. Hopefully natural squeeze or orange juice. In this case, I just bought one natural one because I don't have oranges in this moment. 1/4 of sea salt. And then 1/4 of cream tartar. And that's it. And then you drink it. I would recommend this to drink it halfway of the morning, just like I said, to support your glands. So now that I have it ready, let's go out because the day is kind of warm a little bit in this winter and I want to just go out and have an honest conversation with you on how I quit veganism. Well guys, I'm so glad to be outside. Winter has been really cold. Well, in California it's not that cold, honestly. But for me, as a Costa Rican, coming from a tropical warm country, it's cold. And right now we are in March and spring is around the corner. It's starting to get warmer and it just feels nice to be outside. Well, let's get into business, right? I cannot believe that I'm making this video for you guys. As you are already reading in the title, I'm not longer a vegan. Wow, I never thought that I was gonna say something like that, but here I am saying it. What I am today, honestly guys, I don't want to classify myself in a tag. I have done tags for a long period of time in my life with all of the rules that that tag includes, and what I want right now is to just be tag free and be able to just be free to make my own decisions, make my own errors, and just discover myself and just evolve.
What?
This is my own journey. And what I'm about to say in here, I just want to tell you that I come from a really humble place. I don't own the truth. This is just my own experience, and I don't want to convince you anyhow that this is the lifestyle that you should follow, okay, or not follow. Okay, let's start my vegan story. Well, guys, basically I am about to turn 38 years old in 2 weeks, in a couple of weeks, and I stopped eating animals, or I started my journey of stop eating animals since I was 12 years old. So it has been quite a long journey. More than half of my life I have not eaten animals. And as many of you, I started being a vegetarian, and then I became a vegan, and I was on and off of the vegan diet, turning vegetarian, vegan. And yeah, I was a vegetarian, the only one in my family, the only one in my friends, the only one of my cousins, the only one of my whole surroundings, like I said, since I was a child, and in the 90s, which is really different than right now. And I did it. I didn't read any book, I didn't saw any movie. I don't think that they even exist at the time as they exist right now. My conviction was really strong, and I just took the decision that I didn't want to eat any animal, and that's it. So I got assessment from a nutritionist, and I just quit, and I learned how to cook for myself since a really young age. And I grew up like that, and I grew up healthy and strong and no health problems of any sense. Until now, that I'm going to tell you pretty soon. Basically, that is my story. I studied nutrition afterwards when I was 18 years old until many years after. And that helped me a lot more to just have a really strong foundation of what to eat and what not to eat with a vegan and vegetarian diet. Actually, for years, mostly all of my patients were vegan and vegetarian. So I have a strong knowledge of that type of diet. Now, chapter 2. What happened with my health? As many of you guys watch my video in this topic, in 2020 I went through a miscarriage because I got pregnant, and I developed a condition named partial molar pregnancy, which this is a condition where the pregnancy hormone HCG it just got exacerbated. Like in my case, it was 10 times higher than normal. So that made a huge mess in my body. And basically, after I had the miscarriage, I was feeling like crap. I couldn't sleep well. I gained a lot of weight. I was lethargic, super inflamed. I just wasn't feeling good. And unable to correct it, I went to visit a naturopath, and he runs quite a few exams, and what it indicated was that yeah, actually my endocrine system, the system that is in charge of the hormones, was pretty unbalanced. So my adrenal glands were really stressed, my thyroid was really low, I developed hypothyroidism, I had anemia, I have inflammation, and besides all of that, he spotted me intolerance, to food intolerance. One is to potato and another one is to soy. And it's crazy because as a former vegan, I was consuming quite a bit of soy in a natural form, but you know, I was eating it at least 3-4 times a week. And potato, it's crazy because potato is basically everywhere. Like imagine that it's even in the salt. So I found myself in a really stressful condition. For the first time in my adult life, I was pretty sick. And the worst part of all of that is that as I wanted to get pregnant again, I needed to just correct all of this, put my body in balance, enable to have the ability to get pregnant again. I talked to the doctors, the naturopath and the OBGYN doctor, and they told me around 1 year. So I knew that I have the benchmark of 1 year to just put my body in order. And part of that was that I took the decision to make a complete change in my diet and start introducing more animal products. Why I did that? Well, basically because I wanted to support my system with more saturated fats, and I needed to increase my consumption of protein, and protein that has like really good bioavailability, like meaning that a protein that you can absorb pretty well. And basically I needed also lots of minerals in order to just put well balance in my thyroid and in my adrenal. So I knew that in order to do that, the consumption of animal products was gonna enhance, or it was gonna speed up the recovery process, just because of the composition of what animal products can bring into your diet. Basically, guys, what I did was just to keep my mind open to the idea, and slowly I start introducing some animal products. I started with eggs, pasteurized eggs. I started with dairy, and then I jumped into animal flesh, or the meat that I have been eating is venison, elk, wild fish like tuna, sardines, and salmon. And then I eat the dairy from artisan farms, small ones, hopefully local around here. I love like goat products, milk, the same, local or raw milk, and eggs. We have been buying just pasture raised eggs. In that sense, that is basically all of the products that I have been including, except the bones that I do bone broth, and liver, that since I am pregnant I have been eating liver. These are the only two that I buy like the package, because I haven't found local. What was the effects that I experienced after eating animals? And it's funny because I have heard many like formers vegans that they start feeling like great and lots of energy and super full, and in my case it wasn't like that. I mean, I have been always a high energy person, so I didn't felt a big change on my levels of energy, or in terms of feeling like really full, or like that my body was starting to crave it or even enjoy it. I actually don't enjoy that much the animal products as other people. It's not that I crave that. I crave much more like sweets, like fruits, and I just love beans, and I love potatoes actually that I cannot eat. I'm just a carb lover. Nonetheless, I start feeling much better in terms of hormones. I could see that my period came after the loss of the pregnancy, and it was much regular than it was ever before. I started feeling that I wasn't having a PMS. Before my period, I used to be like really depressed and sad, and it was really emotional. My PMS was really emotional. I have like 4 days a month that I felt it like the whole weight of the world in my shoulders, and all of a sudden that went pretty much away. I could sleep much better also, so that was like indications that my hormones were getting into balance. Long story short, 1 year after, my husband and I tried again to have a baby, and we got pregnant pretty fast, pretty easy. My body was pretty balanced, and this time we are just turning 6 months with this little one here in the belly. And yeah, I have been eating animal products actually even more in pregnancy. I want to make a whole video of what I'm eating during pregnancy, so I'm not gonna even put it here. But yeah, I have been definitely increasing the consumption of animal products. And now talking about what are the standards that I like to follow now that I am eating animal products. They are basically some type of standards that I just made for myself that has helped me to feel a little bit more in peace with this decision in terms of the ethical part, especially because there are certain things of the industry of the animal products that I cannot be part of. Things that I didn't want to be part of was to eat or to buy these products from industrial farms, just because it's not aligned with the values that I want to follow. So what I did is that right now I'm just consuming animal products that are coming from or the wild, or that they are from small farms and artisan products. That way I know that the possibilities of these people treating much better the animals is higher, and also the practices towards the environment. So this is ways that has made me feel much better, and that is more aligned with the type of life that I want to carry, including my diet.
I don't even know what that means.
I think that we definitely can include animal products if you want to or need to, but just in a much more responsible way. Also, I'm pretty new at this, so if any of you guys have any other suggestion, idea on how to do better practices when you consume animal products, please, I would love to hear them. Just write them down below. I'm gonna read your comments because I'm very interested in this topic, and I'm just a beginner in this. And well, I think that with this, we finished the video. I'm seeing my notebook and I don't have any other notes that I want to talk about it, and I don't want to make this video extremely long either. I have been doing a lot of changes in my diet, not only animal product. If you're interested in hearing them, just tell me in the comments below and I will do a video of that specifically. Also, you can follow me on Instagram because I am sharing all what I'm eating every day. And right now I'm pretty much focused in pro-metabolic nutrition, in nutrition that is more bioavailable for your metabolism to just thrive. And I have been seeing it. I have been seeing the changes in my hormones, my levels of energy, even my state of mind. Which, by the way, I thought that during my meditation practice I was going to be affected by now eating animal products. But honestly, I haven't seen any difference. My meditation has been as good as always my practice. So I haven't seen a difference in that sense, which is great. And also, usually my practice, I do it in a fasting state in the morning before breakfast. So that always helps to be just light in your stomach. Okay guys, I'm gonna stop now because if not, I'm gonna continue talking. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next week with more news.